It's that time again. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday? Tuesday. How are you, folks? Nick DiPaolo Radio Show. I'm your host, Nick DiPaolo. Nice to have you aboard. Hey, tonight, later on, second hour, the legendary Ron Bennington joins us. And he's as good as they get when it comes to radio. And do you ever hear me and him on the unmasked version? I think you guys should check that out. It really cemented the deal here for me with this job, I think. I just made that up, but it sounded pretty good. What a mistake. This Friday night, that's September 29th, that's this Friday, come see me at the Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut. My favorite gig of the year. Beautiful theater, very white town. Well, why does that matter? For Christ's sake, just busting your balls. But it is. It's a fucking... It should be called Privilege Town. It's really... There's a white backdrop behind me the last time I was there. What are you laughing at?
I'm still laughing.
From what?
We're joking around before the show.
About what?
It just got in me.
About what?
One of your jokes.
Oh, one of my jokes? All right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to distract.
No, that's all right.
I'm still laughing.
Feel free to fuck up a nice little roll I'm getting on.
That's why I tried to look away.
Muhammad Jihad. Sherpa.
I don't know.
You gotta...
That's my iPad, folks. It's a real fucking high value show we get here. I carry my iPad in like it's fucking 2011. I'll put the sound clips on this.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa, Bakala.
Oh, my aching stem. 866-969-1969 is the phone number. I don't feel like I'm not going to talk about the goddamn protest and NFL and Trump again. I am tired of it. It's very simple. The players had a right to do it. He had the right to call them the assholes that they are, and fucking that's that. Enough already. It's real simple. That's the beauty of our system, our democracy. Okay? You take a knee in any other country, you'll end up with no knees. A couple missing nipples and teeth. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Friday night, Ridgefield Playhouse. October 6th and 7th, Levity Live, West Nyack, New York. October 21, the Westport Inn, Westport, Connecticut. Oh, look what's going on. A major shift in Saudi Arabia. Allowing women to drive. I got to be honest with you, I think they had that one right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, folks. Come on. You watch my wife parallel park, you'd shit your pants. She's got 3 feet on either side of her, and it's a fucking 11-hour ordeal. I'm sorry. Did I say sorry? Holy shit. Hi, I'm your host, Ding Cheng Peng Tao. Nothing now. But you can't drive, ladies. Let's be honest. Seriously, you can do everything men can do, but nah. Spatially, you're fucking retarded. No doubt about that. No, I'm fucking dead serious. Except for Shirley Muldowney. And who's the cute chick that races cars? What's her name?
Danica Patrick.
Yeah. How do I not know that? We had her on the Nick and Artie show. She was actually making eyes at me. Okay, maybe that was Artie. But they were pretty eyes nonetheless. They were bloodshot. They were Artie's. Let me think. Saudi women will soon be allowed to drive, removing one barrier to equality and placing it in front of the parking spots so they don't take out people on the side. King Salman. Boy, are they fucking backward. And ladies, I'm busting your chops. You really do a terrific job behind the wheel. Just ask any person in a morgue missing their head. King Salman issued the order on Tuesday, according to state media. Oh, state media. CNN, that is. Which said that the decree also created a committee to implement the change. They had to create a committee to implement the change. His country has been the only one in the world to prevent women from getting behind the wheel.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Durka Allah, Muhammad Jihad. Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
Excuse me. The decree starts June 2018 as the date when the new driver's license will be available to half the country's pop. And the girls in the driver's license, do they have to? They look like burn victims. They're wrapped up like burritos and shit. And can't wait to see those pictures. Cop pulls you over. How do you know who you are? You know what I mean? You see your fucking eyes and your nose hairs. 866-969-1969 if this is going to affect your life in any way here in the United States. Durka. One cleric, listen to this, in the country said in 2013 that driving, get this, could damage a woman's ovaries. Yeah, if you're in Manhattan, these potholes, I believe it. Even I'm pissing blood. And another said last week that the women's brains shrink to 1/4 the size of a man's because they go shopping. Go shopping.
Excuse me.
Dad, are you...
That's what a guy said. I'm not making that up. Because they go again, they might be right on that one. You ever walk around a mall with dumb looks on shoes? But can you imagine a guy actually said that a woman's brain shrinks to 1/4 because of shopping? Look, if you shop, 7 days a week, maybe there's some truth to that. In recent years, women in Middle Eastern nations have taken to the streets in cars to the policy which comes from a strict interpretation of Islam called Wahhabism. Have you ever had the Wahhabism? You put it on a California roll, mamma mia, your tits will burn right out. Pass the Wahhabi. Pass the Wahhabism. I got a tiger roll going. Come on, folks. We're smoking weed over here, having a great time. Join in. 866-969-1969. Manal al-Sharif, who earned the license in the United Arab Emirates, filmed herself breaking the ban in 2011. I remember that. Do you remember seeing that little clip of her? Yeah, she did like 2 donuts in a parking lot and the car tipped over. She killed 2 of her kids. She says, I believe that women drive. She says, I believe that when women drive in my country, that will liberate them. It'll liberate them and it'll paralyze half the population. But folks. Saudi Arabia will never be the same again, she said on Tuesday. That is true. There'll be a lot of, like I said, people paralyzed from the waist and shoulders down. A lot of fucking cars totaled on fire on the side of the road. Fucking U.S. State Department Secretary Heather Nauert. You know who she is? She was on Fox, Heather Nauert. She was a regular on Fox. She's part of the U.S. State Department. She said the administration is happy with the move, which she called the great step in the right direction for that country. What is that, the breakdown lane on Route 126 in Fungusville? Women were allowed to participate in the country's National Day celebrations for the first time on Saturday. Oh, my God. Boy. What the fuck? How backward are these people? And I'm no feminist, you know that. But, gee, they were allowed to what? Celebrate for the first time on Saturday? In the country's National Day celebration? Well, it's kind of a broad term. What were they celebrating? Wahhabism? Sitting in a special section for families at a stadium in the capital of Riyadh. In 2015, Saudi women were allowed to vote in elections for the first time. Wow. And we're going to, in 2019, they're going to let them have oxygen. And maybe touch a penis. What a fucking backwards ass. And again, you know me, I'm no multicultural, but let's be honest there. Welcome to the 29th century, cheese dicks. You know what this means, though? Seriously. Letting more, Saudi Arab women drive cars. More car bombs. More ISIS recruits. Right? Anybody have a take on that? Well, Nick, what do you mean? You heard me. Wahhabism, ISIS, it all goes together. Ask Dean Obadiah, who does a show next to us, who's Palestinian and Sicilian. Can you imagine? Guy makes a steak bomb with salami. Listen. My aching stem. Good for the girls in Saudi Arabia, folks, huh? I'm going to let them use the toilet next. Good for them. What's a nice Arab name for a woman? I don't even know. Durka Durka be Shababi, huh?
Durka Allah, Muhammad Jihad. Durka Allah, Muhammad.
So they're coming around in Saudi Arabia. They really are. Why you want your women wrapped up like burn victims? I still don't get that part of it. I mean, you know, they're attracted to the female figure. The males are, right? So I just don't. Some of the girls look nice. I've seen them in New York with a hijab. It did, you know, the face. It what's the word I'm looking for? Frames the face, and they have those, makes the eyes stand out. Like when hot girls put on sunglasses, it makes their lips. You know what I'm saying? You notice their mouth when they have sunglasses. I had a girl in high school, my girlfriend, used to make her wear welding goggles. I made her, because she had skinny lips, and it made her mouth look more presentable. Some people call that backwards. 866-969-1969 is the phone number. And I don't know, Saudi Arabia, you might want to think that one over. I'm serious. Just going to the parking lot of a Target here in America, or any supermarket at 5 o'clock. You're risking your life and limb. That's how Charles Krauthammer and Stephen Hawking got paralyzed. They were shopping at Target. Backed over. What? That is pretty funny, though. I want to hear from a feminist. Ladies, call in. I want to hear some feminist anger about Saudi Arabia and how backwards or do you agree with me that it's a good idea to wait to women at 36 before they get their license? I don't personally. I know a lot of women who are terrific drivers. A lot of them look like power forwards in the NBA, but that's beside the point. John in Kentucky, welcome to the show, Johnny boy. How are you?
Hey, Nick, love the show.
You should. It's fucking hilarious. Go ahead, Johnny.
It's fucking great. You know, this really don't bother me that they're letting the women learn to drive over there, because with the men, it's harder. When you see them coming down the sidewalk, you don't know if they're Afghani, Saudi, or maybe Indian, but with the women, you know they're fucking terrorists because they're coming with the hijab down the sidewalk. It's easier to tell.
Oh, John, that's some racist shit. I really don't condone that type of talk on this show, but...
Hey.
Look, John gets all serious.
You gotta cover your ass.
You got it. No, I actually made that joke. I said that you give women, it gives more people for ISIS to recruit. And but I got to be honest with you. I drive into New York City from the suburbs every night, and a lot of times somebody cuts in front of me, does something silly. I got to be honest with you. It's a broad in an SUV balancing her giant Starbucks, looking at her phone, and either that or an Asian guy who's in his late teens, but. Well, that was a stereotype. Thank you very much, Johnny. Glad you didn't hear a word I said. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
No, it's my show. Fuckface. Please come to Saudi Arabia for the springtime. You got a girl. No, you don't have a girl, do you?
Nope.
No. Can your mother drive?
Very defensively. I mean...
Very defensively?
Yeah, very defensive driver.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of times, women will do this. They'll come...
Yeah.
They'll count on me not hitting them, right?
Yep.
They'll just look ahead. You can see their shoulders go up. They'll count on me as they pull in front and count on me and not hitting them. And again, I know this sounds a little sexist, but it's true. And women do shit guys do better. Women can do stuff better than us guys.
Oof, yeah. Allie, oof.
Oh, your old girlfriend.
Oh, my Lord.
Can't drive?
Couldn't pay me to get in the car.
Yeah. But it's a spatial thing. One of the things that separates guys and women spatially, we have. That's you can't argue with. That's science for you fucking left wingers that you really can't argue with. Roseanne Barr had the greatest. Remember, that was actually her best joke about women can't drive. She goes, because that's you guys been telling us that 8 inches is 2 inches is a fucking foot, whatever. For the
yeah.
Remember that old dick joke? Pretty good. Pretty good for a broad. Okay, anybody listening to the show? I'm looking at 3 callers. None of you want to talk about what I am, so I'm going to fucking keep rambling for the love of Christ. Stevie Boy, Colorado, line 1. What's up, Steve?
Yeah, Nick, I just want to say I love the show.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a big fan. I got a Sopranos drop for you because I know you dig those.
Yes, I do.
But I also I wanted your opinion, Nick, on marijuana and like getting through pain, as an alternative to painkillers. Because I know you're pretty to the right on things, and I know you're always making marijuana jokes, but I'm here to tell you it's worked out for me.
No, I don't. I don't have a problem with. I got to be honest with you. When I see what alcohol does to me compared to what marijuana does to my friends, I can see why people are pro marijuana. I don't. In Colorado, Steve, that's not an issue, right? You can get it.
Yeah, and that's why I came out here. I don't want to break the law. I'm 42 years old. I want to, I'm going to go into a store like a gentleman and, just purchase what I have to and then, smoke it in, my home.
Right. The only problem with that, Steve, a lot of people are saying they have, pains that they don't have to get the weed. And then they go out and they sell it to kids and, that's a little bit of an issue, but we're finished anyways. Let's be honest. This country's rotting from the inside out, thanks to the liberal cocksuckers. So you might as well be high and have a good time while we go down. It's a lot less painful when ISIS is chopping your head off if you just smoked a big blunt,
Of course. Hey, I'm very attracted to Middle Eastern women. When you were talking about Saudi Arabian women, hey, whether I can see them or not, whenever they're there, I'm attracted to them. It's just, I think it's that forbidden thing when they have those burqas on, or as John from Kentucky would say, the hijab, or whatever.
Yeah, the hijab.
The hijab. Yeah, that Sopranos drop. Every time I'm going to make coffee in the morning, I think of it. You remember the episode where Big Pussy's so paranoid he has to go to the Elvis impersonator's house and whack him?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, remember the guy turns around, the last thing he says to Pussy, come on, I got it on the boil.
I got it on the boil. Yes.
Every morning, Nick, I think of that and I think of you.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I got it on the boil. That guy was great, wasn't he?
Oh, it was great. He runs into him in the craft show.
Where you from?
In the hobby store.
At Dover. Do you know what? You know why they call it Dover? I'm guessing after the hills. That guy was great.
Oh, it was good. Yeah. He was great.
Thanks, Steve.
Well, I love the show, Nick.
Thank you,
All
brother.
right, man.
Smoke up a big one. Get some coffee. Nice. You know why they call it Dover? That guy was so good, the FBI guy with the lift. Remember?
Yeah.
Listen, Pussy, you don't want to see my dark side. I'm serious. I think his name's Lou Lombardi or something like that. Fucking great actor, man. Loved him. Listen, Puss. You've been sucking off our tip for 6 months. We need something. What do you want me to tell you? The Phillies coming down on the Shylocks? Let's go to Wesley in Wisconsin. All his 3 sisters crashed cars before they were even licensed. Is that right, Wesley?
Yeah, my sisters, when they had the learner's permit, crashed. My oldest one crashed into a fuel pump. My middle sister crashed into a deer and dog. My twin sister.
Well, hold on, whoa, wait. A deer was the dog on top of the deer's back. That's a fucking. You can get Lyme disease from that crash.
She crashed into the deer and then pulled over and hit the dog.
Jesus, I think she's just an animal killer.
Oh, that's nothing. My mom hit 6 deers in 1 year.
What are you living on an Indian reservation for fuck's sake? 60?
No.
My mother ran over 2 fucking alpacas and killed a spotted tiger. Would she crash into the Bronx Zoo? Jesus Christ. That's hilarious. Your car's covered in fur. Your mother's covered in blood.
Yeah, well, we lost a few vehicles that year.
But what your point is that they have trouble distinguishing between...
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they have very bad trouble.
I'm happy to see Saudi Arabia, though. I want to see these statistics after a year. like of accidents and shit. I just want to see the stats. How many women were in accidents? Good. Here's the funny thing. They let women drive in Saudi Arabia, but if they get like pulled over for for speeding, actually you get beheaded. Or they drown you or some shit like that. That's the funny part. All right, Wesley, good luck to those deer out there, Wisconsin. Tell your mother to stay up the road.
All right, thanks.
Take it easy. Let's take a look at our monitors here in the studio, CNN. Inside the president's decision to speak out. Oh, we have Cornel West on. I'm sure that's a fucking unbiased opinion. I actually like him, though. I kind of like Cornel. He's kind of an old school black dude from the 60s. He calls everybody brother and shit. He's a whitey hater. There's no though. I mean, that goes without saying. But he's kind of cool about it, at least. Bill Maher has him on. He's like Bill Maher's Ed McMahon. Let me tell you something, brother. Tyler in Ohio asked the question, why do Saudi women want to drive? I don't know the answer to that, Tyler. What's your answer?
Well, I was just wondering why they want to drive. How big are these people's kitchens? Oh, you there? You there, or was it not funny? What happened?
You hear crickets?
I do hear crickets.
Yeah, that means it wasn't funny, Tyler. Come on, wake up. Give it a program.
Oh, come on. The screener got a chuckle out of it.
How big are the kids? Well, he's from Kentucky, which is next to Ohio, and you probably fucked each other's sisters.
It is. I'm actually driving right there. I'm a truck driver. I'm on my way to Kentucky.
I can tell by your joke writing you're a truck driver.
Cool. Well, I love the show.
You know what, Tyler? That was actually not a bad effort. I appreciate it. It was a nice sexist joke, and we welcome that shit here.
All right, good. All right. Well, just started listening to the show.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Where you headed, Tyler?
I'm headed to Kentucky. I'm headed to Lexington.
Oh, are you really? What are you bringing? Some books in there?
Oh, no, I don't know what the hell I hold.
Of course not. You wouldn't be bringing books to Kentucky.
Shit. No, I guess not. I don't ask what the hell I hold.
You don't know what's in the back of your truck?
Not a damn thing. I don't know. It all pays the same.
You know. Oh, I think we got a smuggler here. I bet there's about 1,400 Mexicans in the back of that truck.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you pay me enough. I'll drive anything for you.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
All righty. Oh, God.
Problem. You're the fucking problem. You fucking Dr. White, onkin jamrag, ucking spunk bubble. I'm telling you, H, you keep looking at me, I'm going to put you in the fucking ground. I promise you. Not this time.
Let's go to Jimmy in New York. Jimmy boy, your thoughts on women in Saudi Arabia being allowed to drive and actually eat food?
Nick, my friend, big fan, so happy to get through.
I can't hear you. Speak into the mouthpiece, please.
I am.
Oh, are you? Do you have a trachea?
My wife was in 2 accidents on 2 separate occasions in the driveway of my house.
In the driveway? How big is the driveway?
Dude, I'm not living in a mansion. It's like maybe 80 feet long and 20 feet wide. And the first time she's putting the kids in the car.
Yes.
We're going to go to school, kids. We're going to go to school. Put all the kids in the car, in a van, packs them all up, goes down the driveway, slams into a freaking snowbank, and busts the bumper. A year later, I honest to God, I get the goddamn driveway widened. It's wider now than it ever was. He hits the mailbox.
Hey, these things happen.
He hits the freaking mailbox. It was never easier to miss that mailbox, but she did it.
Well, you have to put the flag up on the mailbox.
I painted the pole orange.
You painted it orange. All right, Jimmy. Thanks for the call, man.
Big fan. Keep it up.
Thanks, brother.
Great job.
Hey, just reminded me of a story. My buddy Tony Seymour, he's an optometrist now. Met him up at the University of Maine. His mother. This just makes me laugh. The fucking visual. She's trying to get the car out of the garage. She was in there for like 20 minutes. My buddy Tony's dad comes down. The car is sideways in the garage. It's sideways. It's completely. She must have done a 1,000-point turn to get.
She had a reverse.
She had it sideways. It was sideways. You couldn't fucking. You can't make that up. He told me that 30 years ago, and I fucking laughed till I shit myself. All right, let's take a break, everybody. Before I do, real quick thanks to my boy Dennis the Grab Bag, Anthony Andrea, and Daniel Pamanatuan for contributing to the Nick DiPaolo podcast. If you want to do that, you go to connectpal.com/Nick. Connectpal.com/Nick. You can sign up for the podcast. $3.99 a month. You get 5 shows a week. One of them's free on Monday on iTunes and Stitcher and riotcast.com. And you get 5 beautiful shows. So for $3.99 a month, folks, people are still signing up, and they contribute on top of it, the ones that really love the show. Thank you, guys, and back after this. Don't put your hand out the window. I don't want to see your face, no.
Don't worry about it.
I'll wrap your face like a dirty... all right, folks. How you is the way it was. 866-969-90. Brenda's making all faces at me. Brenda, come on, lighten up, will you? I know you're from Kentucky, and you got a lot of shit on your mind. Anyways, all right, I'll take a couple more, 2 more calls on the Saudi driving thing, which cracked us up here. But, Ed in Baltimore has a conspiracy theory on chicks driving in Saudi Arabia. What is it, Ed?
Hi, Nick. How you doing?
Pretty good, thank you.
Great show. I know you like a conspiracy theories, just the next guy. Remember, I don't know, it was a week or 2 weeks ago, it came out that at the 9/11 commission.
Your phone's breaking up, Eddie. Sorry, man. Hearing every other word. I guess that was a phone. Maybe a walkie-talkie. Brett in Texas. Brett, go ahead.
Hey, is it coming through loud and clear, Nick?
Beautiful.
All right. Hey, when I first saw National Geographic magazine in 1977, I thought them burkas was just to keep them out of the sun and the sand. But then I seen them, like, probably around 1980 was the first time I ever saw them in America walking around wearing them fucking things. I don't know. People just don't want to assimilate, man. As far as them driving, they suck. I seen one of them fucking flip a goddamn car talking to a friend of theirs one day in Houston. Ran up on the Jersey barrier and rolled that motherfucker over right in the middle of the interstate. I got the fuck out of there before the cops got there.
Excuse me.
Thanks, Brett. Appreciate the play-by-play.
Hey, hang on, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Something about turning your mom's car sideways or your friend's mom's car sideways.
Yes.
I had a friend that used to do that. He did it with a floor jack. She drove a Hyundai. So what he'd do is he'd go in the garage and jack the back of the car up and flip it sideways. Just keep rolling it sideways with a floor jack till it was sideways. Then she'd come out, try to leave for work in the morning and be pissed off.
That's fucking mean. I love it. All right, Brett. Take it easy, pal.
Yeah, you too, man.
I love that Texas anger. And I saw this cocksucker flipping on a fucking jihad. Woo! This kind of alarmed me. And wait a minute. This was just handed to me by Brendan. And Paul Manafort expects to be indicted, longtime Trump advisor. So they're going to force somebody and something. This is me. Remember the FBI raided his house. That's pretty American. Fuck you and fuck everybody. God bless you, Paul. Hope you get off. Roger Stone Jr., an informal advisor to Trump, said on Tuesday that Mr. Trump's former campaign chairman is expecting to be indicted by a federal prosecutor investigating Russia's attempt to disrupt life. They're still on that? Still on that, huh? Unfucking I hate you on the left. You're such fucking children. You lost a big election, so it had to be fixed. This is how you fucking think. On college campuses, all guys are guilty of rape, regardless. They have kangaroo courts. I'll get to that if you like a rigged game. You fucking soulless. I don't like anything about how you think. Mr. Stone's remarks about the former campaign chairman Paul Manafort came after Stone spent hours behind closed doors. Ooh, really? Which is also the House Intelligence Committee. That's an oxymoron, too. Which is also investigating Russian election interference. There was none. There was none. Okay? Well, they tried to interfere, but there was, Mr. Stone said he had heard about the possible indictment from his lawyers, blah, blah, blah. I believe his attorneys informed my attorney of that, Mr. Stone said. They didn't seem to know when nor what the charge may be. But this is Robert Mueller doing, he's got to justify his existence. Whatever. Indict him. You got nothing. What a horrible, this is creepy what it's trying to do. Anyways, I want to go back to stories I like. Your office coffee cup is likely covered in poop. That's the headline. That's what it says. Up to 90% of mugs in office kitchens are coated in germs, research has shown. 20% of those cups actually carry fecal matter. That gives it that nice, rich French roast flavor, doesn't it? I was wondering, I kept putting non-dairy powder in. It took me like a pound to get it white. According to the University of Arizona, what are they doing at universities? They're teaching your kids that white people are bad and that fucking there's shit in your coffee. Blame it on Whitey. Most of that shit in your coffee is done by white privileged people. They have so much time on their hands, they'll sneak into your kitchen and drop a log right in your best dad's mug. According to University of Arizona professor environmental microbiology, Dr. Charles Gerber. Much time on your hands, Charles? This is what you do with your degree? Cut to him squatting over a coffee mug after he's eaten a pound of fucking Chipotle. Honey, get in here. He carried out the study. 1997 rarely changed communal kitchen sponges. Oh, it's the kitchen sponges. That's why when they... we do a lot of these morning radio shows when you're comedians, you're on the road, and they always pull a mug. They pull a mug out of the cabinet, and like they had some fucking wild, crazy John Fox, some road comic who's been doing it. The night before he peed in it and shit. And yeah, give me 2 cups of that. But the sponges in the kitchen, coliform bacteria was present on 20% of the coffee cups before and 100% after the coffee cups were wiped with a cloth or a sponge, Gerber writes. No E. coli was found on cups prior to wiping. However, 20% of coffee cups were positive for E. coli after wiping. After wiping your ass or the mugs? I'm confused. I'm getting confused here. So there's poo-poo in your cup. 866-969-1969 if you like your coffee with shit in it. Give us a call, or you prefer it shit-free. Andy, how do you like your coffee?
I don't drink it.
You don't drink coffee? Why not?
I just never took to it.
I got a few friends who know it. My buddy Bob Murphy's like, it's black and it tastes like it's bitter and it's hot. And I go, yeah, it's fucking got caffeine in it. It's delicious.
It cracks me out,
What do you mean? You get
like
too
jittery?
heebie-jeebies?
Yeah.
This is coming from a guy who eats mushrooms like they're fucking M&Ms.
I don't know.
You can't handle caffeine?
Well, I drink a Coke, but now I'm wondering if do these cups that we have in the kitchens.
No, the paper ones?
Yeah.
No. That just have ball sweat on
All
them.
right.
If there's any fecal matter in this cup, I'm going to kill it with a Bacardi. Oh, shit, my ice is melted. Can we get a young Asian girl to chase me down some ice?
Up on it, Bren.
So, back to my story. Can I get another cup of that? Mojo. E. coli, 20% after being wiped down with the presence of unsanitary conditions in office kitchen and or coffee preparation areas is of the concern. Presence of potential pathogens in this environment necessitates the initiation of proper sanitary standards. If you want to avoid drinking your coworker's fecal bacteria, how about not kissing his ass while he has diarrhea? Gerber advises either taking your mug home each night and putting it through a dishwasher. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just worked a 14-hour day. I'm going to go home and wash my mug. Or investing in a small office cup washer. I think I'd rather have diarrhea than do both those. Can I be honest with you? 866-969-1969. If you've ever got sick drinking out of a coffee cup at work or at the Morning Zoo radio station. I've built up an immunity. I lived in a fraternity. You can't kill me. Really, seriously, I've lived in a fraternity. I mean, you come downstairs in the morning, we had 2 little dogs in the fraternity. They're under the table eating a piece of meat somebody dropped there the night before. My parents came up to visit me on whatever, senior week, whatever. What do you call that?
Parents' weekend.
Alumni weekend.
Yeah.
My parents came to the fraternity. My mother came in, and I'm not shitting. My mother's like a cleanliness freak. Our house was like an operating room when we grew up. She came in, and she saw a dog shit on the rug, and the 2 dogs were fighting over a bun. She started crying. Her eyes well. She started getting...
My mom came to our house junior year, went to the McDonald's down the street to use a bathroom. Wouldn't use ours.
Oh, there you go. And my mother goes, what room is yours? I go, I said, when you pulled into the parking lot, I go, did you see a window with your pee stain on the aluminum siding? My father starts laughing. He goes, I thought that was yours.
What's the story there?
Pissing out the window every night. Oh. And it stained the aluminum siding.
Oh, I thought on the window.
No.
One day you forgot to pull it up?
Yeah, no. But this is common. But, you know, our chef at Sigma Nu was a guy he was like 68 years old, a guy named Bob, an alcoholic. He would come in the morning with whiskey on his breath. He's about this tall. One night we had a big party on a Friday night at Sigma Nu. The whole college is there. I mean, we had the best fucking parties. I'm on the dance floor. If I turn around, Bob, our chef, 68 years old, he's got his face buried in some girl's tits. She was like a foot taller than him. Picture this old guy, his greasy gray hair, and he had his eyes closed like he was breastfeeding. Oh my God, this guy. And he couldn't cook for shit, but we loved him. You know what I mean? Because he was just a drunk. He needed a job, and he served us spaghetti one day, and I'm sitting at the head of the table with like 14 other guys at a fraternity, and they all go, "DePaulo, you're Italian. You try it first." So I put up. I spin some spaghetti in my fork and I tasted it. I picked up my plate and I just threw it against the wall. just fucking pound of spaghetti sliding down the wall. Fucking people belly laughing. Nobody ate it. Well, I was like, what's the matter with it? What's the matter with it? Well, I don't know. You fucking dropped your nose hairs in it and you... Oh, God. This is kind of gross, though. But like I said, after living in a fraternity, you can't kill me. I could fucking blow somebody with Ebola. Why would you do that? Maybe I need a job in Kenya. I don't know. The study, a microbial survey of office coffee cups and effectiveness of an office cup washer was first published in the journal Dairy, Food, and Environmental Sanitation. In 2012, a subsequent study led by Dr. Scott Kelly of University of California, they found time to do this when they weren't fucking bad-mouthing conservatives. Found men's offices, of course, here we go. Here comes the men's offices had significantly more bacteria than women. Well, naturally. You ever look at a fucking men? Polly Walnuts had the best thing, remember? Talking about bathrooms. You ever go into a fucking men's room? A men's room shithouse? There's fucking water everywhere. There's piss on the floor. You go into a fucking woman's room, you could eat maple walnut ice cream out of the fucking toilet. Here's the other one that kind of grows me up. They identified more than 500 bacterial strains, the most abundant which came from human skin, nasal, oral, and intestinal cavities. The study found chairs and phones in an office had high abundance of bacteria, while the desktop keyboard and mouse were somewhat cleaner. Not mine. Humans are spending an increasing amount of time indoors, yet we know little about the diversity of bacteria and viruses where we live, work, and play. Yeah, that's how we like it. We really don't need to know all that. How about this one, though? In 2011, a study by the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine found 1 in 6 mobile phones in the UK was contaminated with fecal matter. Mm-hmm. What the fuck? Really? What do you do? Run out of toilet paper and go, hand me that fucking Android. The fuck is this shit on your phone? I remember Patrice O'Neill, I borrowed his phone. He just come back from, where do they went every year? They went down to the Dominican Republic or something. He fucking showed me pictures of these fat broads just naked with their snatch spread wide open and shit. I wouldn't even use his phone. Just from the pictures. Like, I'm going to get an STD in my ear. It was the fucking grossest, dirty whores. And I go, that phone is obviously was a foot from that girl's vagina when you took the picture. I'm not touching it. Let's go to Tommy Boy in Ohio. Sandusky, Ohio.
Hi there.
Hey, Tom.
Hi there. I want to thank you for your. I just took a sip of my pop when you made a comment about your room was the one with the piss stain outside the window, and
yes.
Now I get to mop the pop off the inside of my windshield when I finally park the truck for the night.
I love how you call it pop. That's so fucking cute in the Midwest.
Hey, that's what we call it. We go someplace else, we say, "Where's a pop machine?" They look at us like we're speaking German or something.
In New York, it's soda. In Boston, it was tonic. We call it tonic in Boston, but I love pop. So,
some places call it Coke, no matter what it is.
Yes, they do that too. I call those places ignorant.
Also, on the sponges for from the
Tom?
sink, you can put those in the dishwasher and they'll come out nice and clean.
Yeah, but nobody's going to do that at IBM. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know, they're too busy. But, yeah, it's a good point. You put that stuff in a dishwasher. But I just don't,
All right.
All right, Tommy boy.
Love your show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We tailor it for the truckers. We tailor it for guys who've been living on beef jerky and hooker pussy for the last 14 hours, and they run into the Vince Lombardi rest area and to unload their impacted bowels, and it's a good place to watch two gay guys licking each other's assholes. Have you seen this Jerry Sandusky rest area? There's a statue of him out front. He's bare-chested. He's got a Cub Scout in a headlock and a bathing suit. And our Father, who art in heaven. Did I tell you about Sweeney versus killing Sweeney? I can't wait for that movie. It's actually funny. Pat in Iowa has worked as a janitor, and he says this is common knowledge about poo-poo in the cups. Is that true, Patty?
Oh, definitely. First off, Tommy Boy in Ohio is right. Yeah, Midwest, it's pop, not soda
right.
or nothing.
Pop.
Yeah, that's normal. But anyways, Polly Walnuts, that fucker was wrong. The female bathrooms are the nastiest. Talk to anybody that's cleaned them. It's like common knowledge.
Is it really? Because you find like
true
tampons and blood and.
Yep. I ain't making that up. The broads don't know how to shit or wipe, or I don't know, and they get nasty. When they get fucking vindictive, they'll wipe the shit on the walls.
Wait a minute. You're confusing this with a prison cell and lockup.
I ain't fucking soft serving. Shut the hell up.
Is that fucking true, really? You'd say true. Women's shit houses are worse than men's?
Yes, way worse.
No kidding.
It's just common amongst the business. Anybody that's cleaned in different buildings, no matter where you go, factory, office, don't matter one bit.
Well, the few times I've been in ladies' rooms, they were pretty clean.
Yeah, well, they must not have been getting used.
No, they weren't, actually. Good point. I was snorting coke with two other guys in a ladies' room.
Well, yeah, okay. That was you. Okay. But anyways, the worst thing for spreading that fucking shit after you take a dump is if people actually do fucking wash their hands in them fucking hand dryers.
Yeah.
It was like, there was a study on that fucking thing. Like, you get like 40% more fucking shit on your fingers after you use a hand dryer versus a towel.
Why is that?
Yeah. Well, think about it. If you ever.
I am thinking about it, stupid. I'm asking you.
You dumb fucker. I'm trying to make you look good. God damn it.
Yeah, go ahead. You're doing a horrible job, Pat. Why do they hand dryers? What do they do? Blow germs on you?
No, it's just that you don't get as much shit off as
right.
Like if you eat fried chicken and you got all that fucking grease on you.
Yeah.
Try washing your hands.
Yeah.
And then using a hand dryer, how it still feels greasy. But you grab some paper towels and wipe and get all that greasy shit off of you.
Yeah.
Kind of the same concept.
I don't when they have those hand dryers, I don't even wipe my ass. I just use the blower to dry it.
I never thought of that.
Yes, you don't even. I believe in saving paper and conserve. I don't want to kill the Brazilian rainforest, so I will actually blow my asshole dry.
Well, that's a good idea. I'll have to try that.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Stay out of them. Stay out of them handicap stalls too, you degenerate. Those are for the guys in wheelchairs.
Yeah, I know. Take it easy, Pat.
All right,
Something tells me Pat's one of these janitors that has like I don't know, maybe 11 dead kids under his house. Does that guy give me the creeps or what? He's like, well, I'm talking, you motherfucker.
Well, he uses the handicap stall.
Huh? I told you I used the handicap stall once at an airport, and this is honest to God truth. And I never do. I never use it because, but I've never seen a wheelchair in a bathroom ever. I swear to God, I'm like, I had to go. I had to fucking, those 2 stalls are taken. I go in the handicap. I'm not sitting on the toilet 30 seconds. I see a pair of wheels pull up. And then another pair. There's 2 guys waiting out there. It's like a goddamn start of the Indianapolis 500. And I'm in there with 2 healthy legs taking my time.
Happened to me too.
You too?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I come out and I get half the fucking veterans from Korea War staring at me. Kid, you look like you're healthy. Said you can't tell from that dump. Boy, this show. We do a lot of politics, but not tonight. By the way, in about 10 minutes, we got the fucking legend, Ronnie Bennington, coming in. And I'm happy. He's probably doing comedy in the city. Is that why he's coming out? I'm guessing. Anyhow. So stay away from the coffee mugs. Does that go for the place? I got a little bit of a stomach thing last week, and I didn't know what to blame it on. And I'm laying in bed thinking, I go, gee, I wonder if it has anything to do with those pretzel rods that 11 hands go into an hour. Huh?
Yeah.
Right?
Minimum.
Some guy takes a dump, then uses the blower instead of washing his hands, and he reaches for the pretzel. Next thing you know, I have chocolate-covered pretzels, which I love, by the way. This is really horrible, isn't it, folks? 866-969-1969 is the phone number. Oh, what do we got here?
Wake up, white people.
South Carolina teacher returns to classroom after controversial KKK assignment. Of course he does. A South Carolina school teacher placed on administrative leave after giving out an assignment asking students to imagine being a member of the Ku Klux Klan was allowed to return to the classroom. Well, of course it was, because it was either a black person, a black teacher, or a white liberal person, because their mindset is the same. Most. After careful review and investigation into this matter, the district decided to return the teacher to the classroom, effective Friday, September 22. An assignment, listen to this, listen to how sick we are about race. We have a mental illness about race. We're hung up on it. And again, it's perpetuated by the media. Most of us go to work every day, deal with people of all colors. And I just did at the gas station at the Mobile here in Manhattan. I got my tank filled. Remind me to get back to the story. The guy, very, very black dude, young kid, working his ass off. He goes to me, do you have zip code? I go, what? I had already given my credit. Zip code. Do you have zip code? I go, what? And I'm literally, for 5 minutes going, he goes, zip code. Do you get a zip code? I go, what the fuck? I don't know what you say. He goes, zip code. I go, zip code? Yeah. Then he starts laughing and I start laughing. Years ago, I would have get frustrated and go, what the fuck are you saying? But once you live in New York, and I think it had to be Nigerian. I swear to God, I've been in New York so long, I'm telling you, I know a Nigerian. But working his balls off. There's 19 cars. Manhattan's the only place you can pull into a mobile station and you get pinned in. There's too many people. Nothing works in this city anymore. I was caught. I backed up to let a guy in and his wife I was at a pump. I took the one that was open. I was a nice guy, backed up, let him in. And then another woman pulls in, pins him in, and it's a clusterfuck. It's just Manhattan. And this guy's going, zip code! You're going to zip code! I go, what? No, he was fucking Nigerian. No fucking... But then when I go zip code, we both started laughing. Like I just won a game show. Years ago, I would have snapped. But that's New York. But he's working his balls off. And, he's good. I admire people like he can barely speak English. I mean, he's such a heavy, Nigerian accent or whatever. But he's out there fucking humping it. I mean, But when you first come to New York, when me and Louis C.K. first came down, 1990, you're like, why are you fucking pulling your hair out? Fucking. And then you break down and give in. And that's why the country looks like a third world shithole that is. But, that's not. That's not true. Frankie in New Hampshire, line 2. Frank.
Hi, Nick. Thanks for taking my call.
You got it, Frank. You don't have to thank me. Thank you for making it. I needed it.
Forget about the grungy coffee mugs in offices.
Yeah.
You got to be careful of what you eat. We had a can of this dip stuff you buy at the supermarket. You know, you pull open the can cover, and it got left out 2, 3, 4 days, a week. Now it's going on 2 weeks. We're trying to decide, when is it going to turn green fuzz? Nothing on it.
What is it? A can of what?
You know, that onion dip or whatever, you know?
Oh, God. Yeah.
So a couple of weeks go by, and it's like now it's a contest. It's not even green. Nothing. No fuzz. It looks as good as it when you open it. So we had salesmen that used to come in, you know, off and on. This guy came in every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
For about a year, and he need anything. What he doing? He must have been starving that day because it happened to be a bag of Fritos out. And the guy, before he could say anything, he chows down. He finishes the can. We never. It's a true story.
Yeah.
We never saw him again. We don't know if he died. We don't know what happened to this guy.
Yeah. No, that is creepy.
Well, listen. I guess you had to be there, but you know, we wondered. The guy never showed up again.
Yeah, he probably died.
To this day, 20 years later, I'm wondering, was it the Fritos or was it the dip? You know?
I'm guessing it was the dip. That dip is mad. That dip will kill you if it's a minute old. Never mind a month. All right, thanks for the call, Frankie.
Keep up the good work. Keep going, man.
Thank you.
We love you.
Appreciate it. How did I go from talking about the Ku Klux Klan, the teacher, and to onion dip? What a show, folks. My producer, Andy Flowers, is laughing his balls off because, you know, the Shriner Center commercial with the little kids? The little kid in the wheelchair?
Evil.
Well, the little kid in the wheelchair, so, you know, he says, send money in so people like me can, you know, people like, yeah. And I said he's got Jay Leno face. I love that little kid. He's the spokesman for the commercial. But I said he's got that Jay, like, yeah. People like me, I mean, people like you.
I can't look at it.
I know, and fucking Flowers freaks out now every time he sees the commercial.
Because I hear your voice.
He's a cute little kid, but he's got Jay Leno's, you know, and Jason goes, yeah, you read about this in TV Guide?
You heard about the Shriners?
Yeah. So that's why he was cracking up. All right, let me just tease this again, and we'll bring in Ronnie Bennington and get his. I just like to know. An assignment requiring 5th grade students at Oak Point Elementary to picture themselves as part of the KKK following the Civil War sparked widespread backlash after a concerned parent posted an image of it on social media. You are there. You are a member of the KKK. Why do you think your treatment of African Americans is justified? One question. Imagine you're asking 5th graders this. You understand? And you wonder why kids don't know anything about this country or any of the good shit that America stands for. This is what's being taught to 5th graders. So I'm glad I'm 55. I'll be off this fucking planet in a matter of time. Maybe I'll move to Saudi Arabia. I'll be off it in 2 weeks for these broads with their new licenses. But, what? Can you imagine? Why don't you ask little 5th graders what it's like to be a fucking Black Lives Member person after fucking 5 Dallas cops were shot one night? Why don't you ask them that? Where's that assignment? What a sick country, honest to God. You are the member of a KKK. Why do you think your treatment of African Americans is justified? Man, asking a 5th grader that? I'm a member of the softball team, cocksucker. What do you? Other inquiries. You are there. You are a freed man. Are you satisfied with your new life? Why or why not? They're asking loaded questions to 5th graders. You people on the left are sick. Sick. The assignment came as a KK members, and this is how the article balances out, almost trying to justify it. The assignment came as KK members, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists held rallies all over the country, including one in Charlottesville, which claimed the lives of counter. They have to throw that in to balance off the stupidity. You see how they do? It's very subtle, folks, but it doesn't fucking get past me. You're 11 years old. What's it like to whip somebody? Sick fucks. Anyways, in a few minutes, we have the legend Ronnie Bennington join us. 866-969-1969. Sit tight, kids.
Is there something wrong with this mic?
Yeah, what is that weird noise?
It sounds like there's problems with the plane.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Should I take this one over here? Yeah. Is this better?
What the hell is that? Somebody letting the air out of a balloon.
It did. It sounded terrible.
Sound like Jerry Jones's lungs. What? After taking a knee.
Taking a knee. That's
taking
beautiful.
a plastic knee.
Yeah.
Guy's in his late hundreds, for Christ's sake.
You know what was great about that? By the way, I'm Ron Bennington. What was great about... I know, but...
Oh, come on.
The mic fucked up. It wasn't you.
Well, that's my producer. He fucking... He set it up.
Boom, 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 boom. It's like the Deuce. Have you seen the Deuce yet?
No.
It's Times Square in the 1970s. So, like, right around the corner would be the fucking scariest place in the whole world.
The Deuce?
The Deuce, it's called. For some reason, and I got this from...
what is The Deuce, a movie?
Yeah, well, it's a TV show. It's an HBO...
Oh, how many shows are out there?
Too many.
I'm still in the Brady Bunch. I'm a little behind.
Who did you identify with? Which brother?
Oh, Christ, the little kid. No, I didn't identify him. I wanted to fuck him. Listen, what? You can't talk like that. Well, I can. But no, I identified with the girls. I was in love with Marsha Brady. I went up for the older broads. Even when I was 7, I loved Marsha.
Yeah, Marsha was unbelievable.
She was
stunning.
Yes. And then you read about her like real life. She was doing coke and shit and getting banged by... Ann B. Davis got a piece of her in the ladies' room.
Like everybody else that grew up in her times, though. You know what I mean? Like
that's right. So the Deuce, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, the Deuce. Now I never heard this nickname. 42nd Street. They called the Deuce. Did you ever hear that in New York?
Well, I walked the streets for a few years, and
I walked the street.
No, I
didn't.
didn't.
Paolo covers the waterfront, ladies and gentlemen.
You could do what they do.
I know I could.
You know, you come in, he does this shit. I
Right.
sit here for fucking months, he doesn't pull anything.
What? We do this all the time.
Oh, kiss my ass. You pull up articles.
Oh, we are.
All right, this adds nothing. Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, that does nothing unless you're watching it. But what is the Deuce for the ninth time, Ronnie?
It is about the start of the porn business in Times Square in the early 70s. So if you're a New York person, you can watch this and go, which is, holy shit, these same streets where I would have been killed. We would have been probably killed coming to this job sooner or later.
Well, Colin Quinn has made that clear to me many times about the 70s, and it was no place to fucking be late at night walking through even Hell's Kitchen or Times Square.
And there was a George Carlin thing. I guess in the 80s, there was a George Carlin special, and he was in his old neighborhood, which is right up near Columbia. And he says to people, how do I get to Times Square? What train do I take? I'm going to, because he was playing Carnegie Hall. And they go, you can't take a train. You cannot get on a train here.
What does that say about the people of color?
Well, I didn't say that they were black. That's where you leap ahead, Nick. These were white people.
He couldn't get on the train because they were white?
Yes, there was so many white
You're
people.
so full of shit,
he
Ronnie.
Couldn't get on a train.
You're so full of shit. You know exactly who it was.
It's
the same people that threaten your life today.
Why?
I kid, folks.
Why?
Well, because it wasn't white people. But go ahead.
Now,
Spanish Harlem, they called it.
Yeah. Spanish Harlem. Well, he called it White Harlem, but you were right. It was Sunnyside, but he lied.
Was it Sunnyside? I just threw that out.
Yeah, I think it was Sunnyside or something Heights. Maybe it was something.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Columbia. What is it? It's got the word sunny in it. Brendan knows.
Morningside Heights.
Thank you so much. Brendan, well done. He knows. He went to DeVry.
Am I crazy, or does Brendan belong in this room? You know what I mean? With you,
I've been telling him that he should be answering. Look how serious he gets. Look,
he doesn't like
look
it.
Like a little girl. I fucking make fun of him.
I fucking hate the way you make me fucking ride you. Now get the fuck out of here.
It was among the Italians. It was real greaseball shit.
Don't.
It's constant now. He got the one laugh, and he's like, "Let's keep going."
Yeah, don't step on my shit either. Go ahead.
Do you miss the bonfire? Do you wish?
Now I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, go back there. Fucking Brendan, you'll be in that seat in 5 minutes. And that was Ron's idea, by the way.
There's something about the kid, though. He's hungry. You got to give him that.
He's hungry.
He does. He makes the podcast out of this show. The guy finds me booze and glasses, reading glasses.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look healthy that you're sitting here with Diet Cokes and a beverage that I'm not going to mention.
I had a tough commute in here. I'm not shitting you. Took me. I went to get gas. I come in from Westchester, right?
Yeah.
It'll take me 48 minutes to get home. Right at night after the show. Took me an hour and 20 minutes to get in. And I was running low on gas, so I go to a mobile station on 11th. Ask me how long it took me to get from 11th to my parking garage on fucking Broadway and 52nd. How about fucking 30 minutes?
Wow.
This city's broken because we have a moron running it. But go ahead, your thoughts.
Well, first of all,
Deuce.
by the way, there's been no time that driving a car or parking or moving in the city has ever been good.
Again, not true.
When there was nothing
Because
but horses.
First of all, you weren't driving when Mayor Giuliani was here, were you?
Mayor Giuliani.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the streets were wide open and everybody could just
They were
walk.
not. They were
Can I
not.
tell
But
you
they were.
something?
First of all, Times Square wasn't a fucking place for white trash festivals. People laying out in lawn chairs. Those are all roads.
Yeah.
They weren't bike fucking lanes, so it did work a lot better, Ronnie. Let's
Let
be
me
honest.
tell you about your mayor. He lost the fucking towers for the city, okay? That's all
You're gonna
we asked you
you're
to
gonna
do.
you're gonna
Yes.
blame Giuliani
Yes.
for that?
We asked you to do one thing, Mayor. Protect the South.
That was
the towers.
Bush. That wasn't fucking Giuliani.
Giuliani never even seen it coming. Put some fucking turrets
You
down.
gotta be kidding
Put
me.
some turrets down at the
You
bottom.
gotta
of,
be. Why don't we blame fucking Dinkins for that?
Yeah.
That's when it was planned under the fucking Dinkins.
It was not a long plan.
It was a long plan.
They planned
Come
it that
on.
morning.
Huh?
They planned it that morning. 3 guys in box cutters coming out of Boston.
They probably did.
Yeah.
They got up, fucking all hung over from a titty bar in Revere.
So you love Giuliani.
Of course I love Giuliani. And so did everybody that lived here.
Yeah.
You, except for you. Were you here? No,
yeah,
you
I
were-
was here. I was here when he lost the towers. I wasn't here when he first
Is
got
that all
elected.
you got? You're blaming the towers
no, I'm
on
not
him?
saying.
You
I'm just
gotta
saying
be fucking
everybody's
kidding me.
responsible for the good and bad that happens under their watch.
Well, okay,
we had 2 beautiful
okay,
towers.
But why is that not blamed on like George W. Bush? Doesn't the feds have any?
No, that's a city problem. Okay, that is a city problem.
Well, that's actually a good point. Oh my God.
Thank you, De Niro.
That is a city problem. Like it's sanitation. Goes on terrorism, sanitation.
Wouldn't that be great if it was that people brought that up to him all the time and they were harassing him about it?
Giuliani?
Yeah.
Oh
that would
my
be
God.
fantastic.
Can you imagine? That would be funny, his reaction.
What happened to him? It seemed like he was with Trump every day, and then Trump
I
pushes
was
him out of a
gonna
van.
ask you that.
And I don't know.
I was going to ask you that.
Somebody told me
skeletons in his closet.
Somebody said, and I never know with the Russian thing, but they already said that Giuliani fucking flipped, and that's why no one brings him up and no one sees him.
He flipped about what, the Russian
Yeah,
thing?
whatever he knows. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't even have to be the Russians anymore. It could be just money laundering, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if they're setting out to get Trump, you're not in the real estate business in New York
Right.
where you haven't had some money laundering. You
Oh,
know?
absolutely.
It's part
Yeah. But well, so you're saying obviously Trump has skeletons,
But everybody,
but
in his
Giuliani,
job-
definitely.
Oh, Giuliani, of course he does.
But
you
that's
know?
why he was a fucking kick-ass mayor.
Yeah.
He ran the grease balls out of the Fulton Fish Market.
It's gone. The Fulton Fish Market's gone, and they put.
I know. I get fillet of fish now.
Yeah, well, I think don't you got to go to the Bronx? I think it's
Yes.
the Bronx. They still call it.
You have to go to Arthur Avenue.
Yeah, is that where it is? Arthur Avenue?
I don't know. I just threw that out
I
there.
know.
Sounded good.
Because everyone's always telling me, you like Italian food, you got to go to Arthur Avenue, please. Please, you'll be my guest there. They just say it constantly. And I go, just bring me some food down from there. Don't make me go all the way up there.
I never been to Rayo's. You?
No. You know...
It's impossible to get
yeah.
a seat.
But you know,
Unless you know
Jenny
both.
Hutt, who works her dad has had a...
Who's Jenny Hutt?
She's a personality. You guys have met her before?
Yes.
And her dad is... well, her brother's Brian Koppelman, and her dad was running a big record companies. And he's had a table at Rayo's once a month since like the late 70s, early 80s.
So he's a player, this guy.
Yeah, he's a player. You know what I mean? And you could get a hold of Jenny, and she could get you in there if you want
You're
to.
kidding me.
No.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Producer, write that down, please. I'm dead serious.
You know what? I've never brought this up to you, but there was a certain dinner
Oh, Jesus.
that you went to before that I was invited to the same night, and I said absolutely not, because I don't need the trouble.
That would be.
I'll just say I'll give you a hint. A bulldog brought you to this dinner. A bulldog.
Do you mean a pit bull?
A pit bull, yeah. A pit bull.
Go back, baby.
Huh? You guys, I'm lost.
You don't know the comedy pit bull?
Oh, Jesus!
I know. I even know what you're talking about.
Was a fucking dinner that you could show up in the fucking paper for.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I put it on Twitter.
I know you did. I know you did.
I waited till other people did, though.
Yeah.
I waited till Slayton and everybody else.
Of course, Slayton doesn't care. He's not like you. He's not a respectable person. Anything could happen to Slayton, and it's fucking, water off a duck's ass. You know what I mean? He's already living on the outside of society. His best friend is Flathead. I know these guys. They're fucking 2 packages away from being a corpse.
I love Slayton.
He's the best.
And Woody was there, and Slayton's just trying. Let me tell you something, Woody. You fucking, you like a pussy.
Dude, he came back. Woody put him in that TV show that he did. That fucking is it like a Netflix or
that's
Amazon
right.
show, right?
Yeah.
And he flew back like days after his wife had died. He goes, "My wife said to me she wanted me to do this. It was really important, and I'm going to be here for it." And then I turned the thing on, and it's just like, "Hey, Woody. Hey, Slayton," and he's gone. You know what I mean? That's how much he got to do.
Is that right?
Yeah, you know how that is.
I didn't. Well, it was a Jew thing. I thought it would help each other out. Look at Brendan cringing over there. The fucking millennial snowflake
What
from
is
Kentucky.
your problem? I mean, with the
he acts like it's
people are
terrestrial.
Jews.
He acts like it's terrestrial radio. He cringes at every little off-color remark. Understand?
People are
8 o'clock. Nobody's listening.
When you're in New York. Hey, why won't Trump do anything to help the Puerto Ricans? I know you love Trump, but
Because he's got his hands filled with the fucking Texas and the Florida massacres.
run some water down there, man. Those people are in trouble.
Water. They're up to their tits in water.
Not
They don't
any
need
good
water.
Fresh water.
Send them some soap. Oh, for the love of Christ, everybody. It's a joke. I know. Puerto Rico got nailed, the poor bastards.
you
And
ever
by the
been
way, they're part of our...
They're Americans.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
Like you and I.
No, I know.
Why did you wink then?
I didn't. Son of a... This guy knows all the radio tricks. I didn't fucking... Can I just... The unmasked thing?
Yeah.
That was the funniest moment. Nobody's never nailed me non-verbally.
Right.
We were talking about music. I go, I fucking hip-hop. It started to suck when hip-hop and fucking Ron just goes, boy, the way Glenn Miller played, which was the funniest, most beautiful stick in the... I had no comeback.
But you know what? Here's the truth, and I love music too, and I cannot... I mean, it's been around long enough that I should
And you
have
know your
favorite
stuff.
hip-hop
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I can't relate. It's just... it's something different to me.
Really? I'm going to Rick Ross's birthday party out in L.A. on Sunday.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah, boy. I like Snoop. I like Snoop.
Right.
Out of all the hip-hop, he actually has some melodic... He has some talent.
What's yours? Gin and Juice? Is that your song out of all
that's
it?
old.
Yeah, I don't know what anything is.
I don't
call
either.
every song Gin and Juice.
His new album's Diabetes.
He's been around a while.
Hypertension up in this motherfucker, yeah!
First of all, that's the funniest thing that ever just happened. That was seeing you do that was. I'm glad that I stepped in. Now, by the way, I wanted to ask you because I've never had a chance. Do you like being on later at night? Is this fun?
I do like once we're in the studio and the show star. I do. It's got the night feel to it.
Yeah, I love night radio
and
too.
Yeah, and I'm a comedian. But I be honest with you, because of where I live and the commute, I really enjoyed leaving my house at about 3:30 with nobody, and it was beautiful coming in. But now I'm catching traffic and.
But when you get home, like your town must be just like dead, right?
Oh
Everything's quiet.
Oh yeah. It's like going to where Brenda grew up.
Where'd you grow up
Kentucky.
in? Kentucky? Well, why would you? Oh, you just cringe because he said Jew. Just the word. I thought that he was worried that you were being, anti-PC, but just hearing that name.
I'm pro-Israel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Why are
love
you
the Jewish
pro-Israel?
people.
Oh, because you really don't like the Muslims.
Is that how that works out?
Yeah.
No, I don't like the fucking Palestinians.
Yeah. Them in particular. What did they do?
I don't want to get into the whole map thing, but we can do it after the show.
Okay.
Something to do with the 67 borders. I'll explain it to you right after the show.
My dad loved that war. He would bring it up all the time.
Your dad
was? Yeah, my dad was. What was it, like a 3-day war?
Yeah.
And then my dad was like this. 3 days later, the war's over. I'm like, I know, Pop.
3 or 6.
Yeah, it was something really fucking
It was like a
short
wild card game in baseball.
It was a walk-off. Israel had a fucking walk-off.
It was a walk-off.
Yeah. Now, the knee thing, right? You have to be loving this because it doesn't make sense. It's just pure Trump has stirred up this pot in the craziest way.
You're saying Trump stirred it up. It
Well,
all
the other
started with the
day-
jerk off that was in before Trump. All the racial tension. He raised it tenfold.
No. I
But,
only. I
and
know
the
it's-
activism and the social justice warrior horseshit. That started with a Muslim. But
I'm saying the other day. I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
Oh,
he
no,
started
yes.
racist, but the other day
in
when he
Alabama when he
yeah.
said them sons of
Yeah.
bitch. But
Yeah.
how about their breaking? I love how we're parsing words now.
Yeah.
Sons of bitch. So he was calling their mother's dog.
Right.
Really? Have you ever heard anybody break down the phrase sons of bitches like that? I mean, come here, fucking bro. Players have a right to fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's America, baby. Protesting. Trump has a right to say you're assholes for doing it, and that's you know.
But does Odell Beckham have the right to act like he's peeing like
on a
dog?
hydrant?
Well, you're gonna saying like, oh, something's offensive. This guy and I was watching the game because I'm a fucking Eagles fan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first he wasn't like walking like a dog. He was spider walking, and then he just lifts his leg. It was the funniest, stupidest shit.
You know what's funny about that? But then he came out and hinted it was about Trump, right?
Yeah,
he
he
hinted
did.
that. Which again, if imagine if a white receiver said, "Well, I did that to Obama,"
But I would also say this: Can we agree that Odell Beckham is like Tracy Morgan of football? Like,
Yes.
no one knows what he's talking about.
I get him pregnant. No, you know what? And here's the thing, Ronnie. You'd think as I get older,
right,
and closing in on death, I sort of like. I like the way the brothers don't take it as serious.
Oh, really?
And the dancing and shit that used to bother me.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It kind of, because I think a lot of these athletes take themselves way too serious.
And you like to see them do a little dance?
It doesn't bother me like it used to. As I get older, I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Something about, I don't know. I think we're finished as a nation anyways.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sort of enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
And, but another part of me would like to see like a Tom Coughlin type guy grab him by the face mask and go, grow up, jerk off.
Right.
But I'm
You don't mind when they take the ball and they dial it like a phone and they're acting like they're talking. What are you doing, dude?
I kind of like.
Yeah. But this was the funny thing of Beckham when he did the dog pee. It was a 2-yard catch. You know
is
what I
that
mean?
right?
Yeah. I mean, it was just not a spectacular play.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was just a tiny pitching catch at the end of them moving the ball 99 yards without him. And then he's taking all of the fucking happiness.
Because he grew up without a dad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They need the attention. I don't even know that either.
Yeah. I thought his dad was David Beckham.
There's been rumors.
Yeah,
he tapped Whoopi Goldberg. 866-969-1969. Talking to the legendary Ron Bennington. I think I'm sitting in his chair, actually. And this is odd. It's like...
No, this at night, that's your chair, my friend.
I know, but...
You are, as we call you in radio now, the King of Nights. Or the Night of...
King of Nights.
Yeah. And then we're
I'm
also
going to make a T-shirt.
We were calling you the Night of Radio. The people are loving you.
Are they?
now. Yes.
How do you know, Ronnie?
I mean,
you told me yourself. I said, how do you know how well you're doing? He goes, you don't.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of it. Do you feel like you're doing well?
I do.
Then you are. That's the beauty of satellite radio.
I felt that way about my stand-up career 20 years ago, too, and here I am. Hey, let's go to Brian in Philly. He's got a question for the legend Ron Bennington. Yeah. Brian, what's going on? Say hi to
Mr.
Ron.
Bennington, it is an honor, sir.
Oh, for me as well.
Well, you should be. I'm Brian Gilgle from Brain on the Brink. I run a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrific,
great.
Brian.
Yeah.
Good shit.
That's good stuff, man.
Thanks, Ron. How many episodes have you listened to?
Hey, Brian, what am I not here? Cocksucker, go ahead.
We're both here. And we were talking about you during the commercial break. And we're like, I said, there's this young podcaster in Philly. And he's bringing the heat
Nick
right
doesn't like
now.
me because I'm an extreme left-wing podcaster.
No, I could sense it from your arrogance talking over me. You're such a passive-aggressive bunch of assholes. But go ahead. Say hi to Ron Bennington.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron. So I was wondering if you would take up my challenge to come on my show and debate me.
You smug cocksucker.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I will be there. I've always wanted to get on a podcast. And I think it'll be great. Where do you do this at?
His kitchen.
I do it. Sometimes I do it in my car. I just have a Zoom recorder. It's a Bill Burstall podcast.
Yeah, I'll come down to your car with you in Philly.
I'm into headlamps. I go walking at night and talk into my little recorder.
Now, where do I find this podcast? Where's it at?
It's Brian Gilgore. Just search Brian Gilgore. It's on SoundCloud. I have 43 subscribers at the moment. It's always growing.
Tonight check, there'll be 44, my friend. Okay? I'll be on that.
You probably heard of me because I fought Josh Robert Thompson, the robot on Craig Ferguson.
Well,
did you?
I was talking to Craig about that.
I thought it was a drug.
Yeah. But, well, it's one of them has a mixed martial arts background, the other's a pure boxer. I mean, who knows how that's going to go, Well, congratulations to you, my friend.
Hey, Brian, did you win?
Oh, dude, we trolled him so hard, man. We got him so good. Me and the Brainiacs, or the Gilgore girls, or the Brinkers, all my fans, they're my army of trolls.
All right. Well,
all right. I love Bennington, man. I love you. I hope you come on my podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to come on your podcast, and we'll debate each other.
All right. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, go Trump.
Yeah.
Fuckface. Fucking pompous cocksucker. Fucking die in your sleep. Go ahead, Ronnie.
By the way, there's nothing that could take you off the Trump train. You're staying on, right?
Goddamn right. He's a breath of fresh fucking air. If it ended tomorrow, he did what I wanted him to do, and he said what I wanted the last 19 presidents to say, that the media is corrupt and full of shit, and they control everything. And, I fucking refreshing. One of my favorites, and I love how he plays the media like a violin.
Now, tonight, I mean, I haven't seen yet, but there's that runoff.
Between Moore and...
Yeah, Moore and the other dude.
And Moore was losing, right? Was he behind?
And he was the more traditional, but Steve Bannon had backed the other guy.
Lucas Strange or something?
Yeah, people are strange. We're going back to that Jewish thing that we loved earlier. So, I mean, it's all, you never know what's happening. Yeah. You're a good singer, too. By the way, I love your logo. Who did that for you? Who did the logo?
We had a kid from the Schreiner Center, special ed kid.
Polio?
Yeah, Paolo Charsky.
See if he wants to go and do a podcast with me in Philly. See if he can drive.
Got it.
Because I don't want, you know what I mean? I don't mind going down and doing it, but I don't want to go out of pocket for it, And I don't know what it pays.
That guy, I answer his call. He doesn't say hi to me. No respect.
No.
Still bitter about the thick ankle dog face. I mean, these people.
Oh, she was in the other day. Do you know that?
Yeah, she was in. What I heard. What is she talking about? Her time with the Dallas Cowboys in the 70s?
The 70s.
Wasn't she a nose tackle? That's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Well, she played. I mean, the thing is, people forgot her because of Too Tall Jones. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, where was your eye every time you watched that defense?
It was Too Tall Jones and Randy White.
Now they all took. This is the.
Did you give me a?
I don't know if I'm the last person who still hates the Cowboys because they haven't been good and that long, but I hate them like it was the 70s. I haven't changed. I stay with that. And when they knelt and then stood up for the anthem, I go, you've done nothing. Nothing.
No, that was like cowardice.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely.
Which are you?
I was going to say take a stand, but I mean take a knee.
Jerry Jones said, and I don't know whether this will work, next week they're doing the mannequin challenge. And I'm like, you're just fucking... You're being trendy right now.
I put a picture. Those are my best tweets a couple months ago.
Yeah.
You know that picture of Stephen Hawking in his chair. I go, okay, enough of this fucking mannequin challenge bullshit.
You're edgy, Nick.
Not
You're
edgy. Oh, fuck that guy. He's rich, famous, writes 10 books with his tongue. I have all my failing, all extremities. I'm a nice chair. I can't get a pamphlet out.
I like the cheaters. Well, now, you guys have these little signals that go back and forth, huh? You got to do a break before the end of the show?
Oh, he belonged to the Crips. He lived in Modesto for a few years.
What, are you breaking every half hour here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Why not? We have a lot of advertising.
I break it at the end. I put 18 minutes.
Why?
Worth
Because I'm by myself normally.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you like a little time for yourself.
Yeah, am I going to talk for an hour straight? I can't even do it for a half hour.
And you guys won't bounce off.
I can't rely on my daughter.
Neither one of you two pricks will bounce off. I can't rely on my daughter. By the way,
we had in here.
By the way,
dude, you raised seriously, she is such a bright, funny, smart, nice. You ought to be proud of yourself.
You know what's great? It was like not, well, first of all, you guys were great together, and I love it. But somebody did our show like a day or two after, and they were a very liberal comedian. And when they left, she goes, I'd rather spend my time with Nick DiPaolo, who's funny with it, Rather, you know what I mean? Like this person.
Say that person's name.
No, everybody knows.
Was Marin in town again?
No, it was pre 9/11 fucking Dennis Miller.
Hey, babe, let me tell you something.
Babe, now that this has happened, I'm with Bushy 100% of the way, babe. And everybody's hated him after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not me.
Yeah. I know.
Fucking
Then
love
you
him.
were finally on the bandwagon.
No, I loved him when he was liberal, too.
Yeah, me too.
His black and white special still on my favorite.
I like both of his stuff, and I bring him up now, and people act like, what happened to Dennis Miller? I go, he's still funny.
Yeah.
He hasn't changed.
No.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, really. Let's take a break. It's the legendary Ron Bennington. I know you notice his voice, and we have another half hour with him, which is beautiful because I'm tired of talking about, these stories that was
straight out of the news. Huh?
Straight out of the. I'm tired of it. It's a retarded world. We'll all be dead in a few minutes. 866-969-1969. Back after this.
When you're down. The Nick DiPaolo Show returns now.
Welcome back. Final segment on a Tuesday night, talking to the legendary Ronnie Bennington. Of course, you can hear Ronnie every day on the Ron Bennington Show, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3 on Raw Dog 99. This Friday at 2 p.m., Ron's Unmasked with Pamela Adlon. Premieres at 2 p.m. on this Friday. Who I love Pamela because I know her from the Louie Show.
Right.
I call her the poor man's Demi Moore.
Oh, I like that name. I wish I would have known that.
Yeah.
There's something about her. She's very funny. Have you seen the new show?
I haven't.
She has directed all the episodes this season. From working with Louie, she's like, okay, I see how he does it. I get it. So her and Louie are writing all the episodes, and then she directs them all.
Oh, he's involved in this too?
Yeah, he
What's
produces
the name of the
it.
show again?
It's Better Things is the name of it. It's just basically her life with her kids, blah, blah, blah. But she was telling me that her and Louie write on Skype, and then...
for Christ's sake, now they're just showing off.
Yeah. And it's funnier than the show that they, hired 12 people to write for. You know what I mean? It's just a really
She's
funny,
talented.
great show.
I like her. I like Pam a lot, man.
I know.
Even with the Lucky Louie thing on HBO.
That's where, did you ever see Californication? She was on that show, too.
A little bit of Californication. Tony Soprano's favorite joke, Californication. It's a dangerous situation.
Do you miss him?
Oh.
Do you miss him so much?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Did that break my heart?
That was for Italian Americans. That was their JFK dying. You know what I mean? They know where they were.
Well,
when Tony
you know,
Soprano
it's
died.
funny you say that.
Yeah.
It's so funny you use that analogy because I say it's when we found out Travolta was gay. That was our JFK. But you know what? I like yours better.
That's the Travolta. I lived down in Florida, and that's where Scientology was, right?
Yes.
And there was a health spa
Sarasota.
there, and they said that Travolta used to come in every day for a 2-hour massage, and only dudes would massage him. No chicks. That was his rule.
I do that up in Austin.
Just have a guy come in and give you a rub down.
Yeah.
An old-fashioned rub down.
Big Italian named Al. He's got a fucking fedora.
So, what do you think about the news, Nicky? He's just slapping the shit out of your back.
You remember the guy that was rubbing down Mo Green when he got it?
Yeah, did he know to get out of the way? Was that part of the thing?
Yeah,
Because-
I've always thought so.
Because you could never trust an Italian fucking barber either. They put a hot towel on your face and they go in the back. You're ready to get in shape. You hear a door shut. You're like, fuck, it's over.
I'll be right back, Vinny. You enjoyed a nice hot shave. Hey, where'd Tony go? Oh, God. That's a good point. He just stepped back to massage.
Yeah, it would never, you never go, oh, and I accidentally shot the massage guy, but at least I got Mo Green. Mo Green was a man with a dream. I didn't ask any questions about what happened to this kid. Godfather 1 or 2?
I always confuse the two.
Yeah. Oh, really?
They blended together.
Yeah.
Well, I know they go back to Sicily in 2 and all that,
Right.
and they go back into that, but they all blend together, like the shooting at the church and the.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just one
It's
big
just
giant
one
movie.
big, yeah.
I've watched them so many times that
Yeah.
they're blended in.
Do you eat when you watch a lot? I always get hungry watching The Godfather.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get starving.
Absolutely. I usually have to pay tribute to the Italians, so I have pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls.
and a Pizzone.
Yeah.
I think the Corleones would love the Pizzone. Mama Corleone.
Yeah.
You know, she's from like Pleasantville, the
Is
woman
that right?
played Mama Corleone.
Yeah.
Mo Green is from Boston.
Yeah.
And,
he was great. He died a couple years
Sally's
ago.
from a Boston guy, too.
Yeah.
My point is, we're very talented.
Boston, well, it is. There's a lot of great people that came out. But matter of fact, you know, they just did the Boston Comedy Festival. They gave their Comedian of the Year to Mr. Robert Kelly. Robert Kelly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you were, because they don't say it, but I have friends there. You were runner-up. You were number 2.
They had me there about 5 years ago. I did a bunch of stuff about, I don't know, minorities, and they had me back.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember what I talked about, but Bobby Kelly, good for him.
Yes.
Robert works it hard, man. He's got a
he does.
Got a wife and 3 Asian kids, so good for him. He's got a back of his neck looks like a fucking pack of Fenway Franks. His cholesterol is 711 over 766.
I didn't know what it was over.
Let's go to Charlie. He wants to know what kind of cigars Ronnie is smoking. Hello, Charlie.
Hey there. Greetings from Dewey Beach, Delaware, Ron.
Well, the cigars?
Yeah, what kind of cigars you smoke?
I like a nice White Owl. I like to just, I'm
What are you,
old school
racist?
that way. I'm old school that way. It's a 25-cent cigar. Still goes for a quarter. Sawdust inside. Why, you a big cigar smoker?
What day?
Yeah. You know who's a crazy cigar smoker is Bobby Kelly.
Yeah, he keeps them in the back of his neck. It's like a humidor. He slides them right in the crevices.
Nick, this just isn't right, and you know it isn't.
His neck is a pack of fucking cigars.
Can I just say this?
Yes,
He's
sir.
a wonderful man, wonderful comedian, and he has some wonderful cigars as well.
Well, how do I by making fun of his neck doesn't mean he's not a wonderful person. Although I saw him touch a kid at the mall a couple weeks ago named Kevin.
But he touched him on his forehead. Oh, you're still there. What's that?
Bill Burr, he's still smoking them, right?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, dude. I love fucking Cubans, dude. Yeah, fucking nuts.
All right, my friend.
I'm trying to get you a box of cigars for Christmas.
Well, that's very nice of you. You know what? Just go into any cigar stores. Go, what's the most expensive thing you got here right now? And pick them up for me. Send them. And why wait till Christmas? How about a nice Halloween cigar?
Send them to 188 Avenue of the Americas, Suite 1165.
Yeah, I'll wrap them up with a bottle and cork T-shirt too.
Oh, fantastic! It's a nice bar down in Dewey Beach, Delaware.
Thank you for the call, Charlie. I
See you,
appreciate
Charlie.
it. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, enjoy your summer. All right. By the way, you starting to believe in global warming now that it's 80-fucking-5 and it's almost.
Oh, is that how
October?
we do it? We pick it.
Yeah.
when
We pick a
it
hot
gets
day.
warm?
And we go. This is global warming.
I believe something has changed. There's
Yeah,
no doubt
something's
about it. I don't know that it's so urgent that we have to fucking put a carbon tax on shit and again, milk the middle class of America for the rest of the fucking world. But
England's going to go full electric car. They said they picked a date. I don't know what it was. I think it's 2 Thursdays from now,
which tells
It's
us
close.
us we shouldn't anything England does.
Well, I thought
what a
you liked that.
socialist shithole. Ugh. But
What other country do you like besides the United States, Nick?
oh,
You got
there's
some-
fucking plenty of them.
Yeah, good.
There's fucking Japan.
You love them.
Fucking
you like them
Sweden.
during World War II?
Sweden.
My dad was stationed in Pearl Harbor.
No, I didn't like them back then.
Oh, okay.
I started liking them, I'd say, around 2007.
Right then, they got great. When they started sending ball players over here.
And when people, did you know that Saudi Arabian women are going to be allowed to, did you cover that? Allowed to drive now?
No, I had no idea. They are making some real progress.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah.
Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad, Haka Sherpa Sherpa, Bakala.
Ronnie's like a radio purist. He gets his pained look every time I hit one of these stupid buttons. I love it.
Yeah.
It's making me think twice about this is what I do when I get tired. I just fucking
Just starting to hit it for a while?
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's a lot. 2 hours to talk by yourself is kind of frightening.
You are, and let me tell you, Nick, and it's not anybody will say that you're one of the funniest people on the planet, yet neither one of your producers cracks a smile, no matter what you say.
No, they do.
Yeah,
I had
they
him,
do?
I had him crying the first hour tonight.
About what?
Yeah, we did the whole Saudi female driver story.
The Saudi female thing. And
then we got a little scatological.
And then, the Shrine Center commercials with little kids?
Yeah.
So people like you send money to people like me. And I said, the kid's got his disease is Jay Leno face. He's got, and he couldn't stop laughing.
Well,
I love that little kid, by the way. I don't mean it. I mean a kid.
But you actually just made your face look like Leno. That's amazing.
And that's what the little kid does. He goes, I can't feel my legs. Send some fucking money, will you?
Is that a Boston face? There were other people have that besides Leno?
I don't know. I like Carrot Top. There's plenty of room for everybody.
Amazing,
I know.
right?
I laugh all the time.
That is like a mime impersonation.
Yeah, no, Jay's one of the reasons.
You know who would do that? And I don't know if he does it anymore. But in the '80s, I was home and I was high one night, and it was the first time I saw Jim.
Just one
Carrey.
night, man.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw Jim Carrey, and he fucking was
on
doing
the
an
Tonight
impression
Show
of the My Three Sons. He did
the faces.
Their faces.
Yes,
and I fucking started to go. I cannot believe I'm watching this.
I saw him on the Tonight Show doing Clint Eastwood. This is before he was really Jim Carrey.
Right.
His face would transform.
And it's like, did you ever see like a political cartoon? He would do that where it looked like, okay, I'm going to do Nixon, but you don't look like Nixon, but everybody can recognize it. You know?
Right.
And that's what he would do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this even happening? You know?
I used to do that. I did Carol Channing.
That's good.
Same as my
Seriously,
Leno face.
That's fucking great.
Well, hello, Dolly.
You shouldn't be doing radio. It should just be a quiet screen where you're doing these faces, and they run underneath. Jay Leno, Carol Channing.
Oh, God. Who's been on there the longest? Let's go to Jared in Nebraska. Jared, say hi to Ronnie Bennington.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Jared, how are
buddy.
you, pal?
Good.
How you liking Nick DiPaolo's show? Is he great or what?
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can feel the excitement
Ronnie,
in your voice.
Did you ever think that this channel would become the entire morning is full of faggots and Fezzi wasn't one of them?
Oh my goodness, what does that mean? That type of talk. That type of talk makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, who are we talking about? Jim and Sam?
And Ellis.
Oh, see, you know what? Here's the thing. Because this is the same studio, I'm like, I thought you were on my channel.
Oh, that's right. You're
yeah,
not
I
on
get
Faction.
confused with that.
You're
no,
not on Faction.
I'm not on Faction. No.
Isn't that funny? I'm
no,
a
I know
comedian.
that. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
You should
Why don't
be.
you move over
I
with
still
us though,
follow you,
instead
but-
of being on Faction?
I don't know. I don't make the calls here. I don't know. They wanted to put me on soft jazz.
Oh, that would be great for you. You're doing like a West Coast cool
I don't know
jazz
what's
thing.
going on with this channel, but I mean, I loved you at 4, Nick. But
I was never.
They moved you to 6.
Well, I was never at 4, but well, depending where
you were in Mountain.
Oh, you're in Nebraska. That's right, sir.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, go to the Cool Jazz channel and just be like, you
Cool
give it
Jazz.
that. You just lay down. Miles Davis first came to New York at the behest of the Bird. Everything's dark while you're in here. It's just very dark. You got a candle lit.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Jared, thank you, Jared.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks for disparaging the entire mornings.
I know. I didn't like that.
Faction. Yeah.
I mean, we're a team here.
You get along with everybody, right?
I don't. I was attacked the first week I was on the air by Ellis's show, and they had all kinds of shit to say about
I
it.
didn't know that.
Yeah, but
now they're like,
I just
okay.
said I don't mind that shit. I don't mind. The kid likes to get jerked off by other men, so I mean, what am I going to say? How can I argue with that? He obviously knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's 2017, Nick. You know.
Nah, I'm telling you, I'm headed to 42nd Street right after this.
The Deuce. We call it the Deuce back in the 70s.
I got arrested for sniffing some Citibank bike seats this afternoon.
Have you ever taken a city bike? Do you ever think to yourself,
All of them?
want to- yeah.
No, I would never. What is this, Beijing? I drive a car. I'm an American. For Christ's sake, that's their wet dream, De Blasio.
Yeah.
Have everybody riding to work like a fucking Beijing.
But you ever
Stupid.
notice it's the same bike? Like no one has like a unique bike. It's the same color, the same size. I don't know where my fucking bike is.
That's how
but I
they
would
like
leave
it.
the goddamn, I guess, Chinese food store.
That's right. That's socialism, Marxism. You live
Yeah.
in mediocrity. You all have the same shoes, the same clothes. Nobody's
Yeah.
better than the other, and that's what De Blasio's shooting for.
Well, that's where we are right now with everybody having a podcast. Every listener has a podcast, and they want me to come on.
See that?
Yeah.
Well, you should be flattered by that.
Oh, I am. You know.
I got asked once, but it was a show. What was the show? Guys We Fucked, but it was two guys that were hosting the show.
It was guys we fucked.
Guys We Fucked. That's what I meant to say. God damn it. I fouled that one off.
But seriously, it was good anyway. I mean, I picked it up. I know we're a team. You know what I mean? We're a faction team. What does faction even mean?
I don't. Well, that was Jason Ellis. It's something to do with Jason, all right? Brendan, you know the history behind faction? That was his...
It was a music station.
Yeah.
Faction was for like punk and skate music, and then Faction Talk is what those like the Virus at one point.
But where was it? Over in Australia? Where's he from?
He's a New Zealander.
New Zealander, yeah.
I told everybody I was coming on the fraction, and they go, "What channel?" I go, "I think a third."
The show's 1/5 as funny as Ron Bennington show.
You know, this kid, you better keep an eye on him, Andy. He's got something. You know what I mean?
Who, Brendan?
Yeah, Brendan has a certain something that just works.
He's got a brother doing time in Kentucky. His
Is that
nickname
right?
is Soft Serve.
What was his crime?
Littering.
He loved too hard. But
yeah, okay, that is a crime. That is the name that can't be spoken.
Look at Ronnie. This is how we know you're a legend. There's all kinds of questions here. None of them for you, but
right.
Maureen on line 4.
Hi.
Say hi to Ronnie
Maureen.
Bennington. He loves you.
I do. I love Ron Bennington, and I just was.
Maureen, now, you know we're doing the big Thanksgiving show, right?
Yes, and I can't wait.
Now, the thing is, it's the same time as your show. I would love to have you stop by, but I think we're starting at 7. We're ending at,
She's saying 8.
We start at 8, and we're ending at 10, and it's like literally the same time as your show, right?
And
we do the big Thanksgiving show every year.
What do you do? Have a bunch of people in?
Yeah, we have a bunch of people in. We play games. We have a lot of fun. It's at the big Hard Rock Cafe on the Deuce. But one mention, Artie's going to be there. Your old pal Artie, Anthony's going to be there. Jen
Yeah.
and Sam. So you're invited.
I'm
But I
finding
know-
out now about it, Ronnie.
No. Well, our big problem with you is you're on the air while
It's
we're
actually a
doing
good
this.
point.
Yeah.
But we do a big Halloween show when you.
I'm gonna come in. One of the kids is going to be me. You're not. One of the kids is going to come in dressed like Darth Vader. That's me.
Harlan Williams has the best Halloween joke.
What's that?
He goes, I grew up in a very rich neighborhood in Beverly Hills. On Halloween, I got an apple with a razor in it. It was electric.
That's nice. That is nice.
All right, Maureen.
Maureen, thank you so much, darling.
Well, I'm going to come and see Nick October 6th. That's my husband's birthday, who used to be a cop on the Deuce. So see how I'm tying it all together?
Wow, he was a cop back in New York in the old days, huh?
Yeah, well, in the early 80s is when he started.
Wow, that was pretty dangerous.
So you're going to come see me at Levity Live in West
Yes, I
Nyack.
am.
Beautiful. Thank you, Maureen.
I might come up for that show, Nick. I might just come up and... You know
Come
what I
on.
mean? What I'll do is I'll be sitting there. I'll just be having a drink and
There
just
we
hit
go.
me with the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend of mine. He's here in Vegas this weekend, and I'll just stand up.
I'll do that
Yeah.
only if you have one of those seafood towers on your table in front of you.
I'll do it. I'll just be like
3
eating.
stories
yeah,
of shrimp.
Yeah, right. I'll just be like eating an oyster, and I'll wave.
Everybody else eating those shitty chicken fingers.
A seafood tower. Why can't it all be on the same level on the table? Why do we have to load it up into the sky?
It's kind of insensitive after 9/11, too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. When the fucking mayor lost those towers. You got one job to do. Protect downtown, Mr. Mayor.
I'll have 2 seafood towers. Let's go to Danny in California. He wants to know where Fez is. I'm guessing he's on the Deuce dancing.
Is that what you want to know?
Hey, is this me?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead, Danny.
I'm just wondering what happened with Fez.
Well, Fez is in the state of Florida. As a matter of fact, I was just literally talking to him on the way here today. He's
Is he doing okay?
What's that?
Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's
Yes,
doing okay.
he's
He's
doing-
returning punts for the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's doing great. But yeah, he's doing good. He was at I'd never heard of this before. It was like a senior league version of wrestling, and he said Bugsy McGraw was going to be there. Bugsy McGraw was wrestling tonight, and he was at it.
Was he wearing the hat?
Yeah. So yeah, turn on. It'll be on. It's being done on a podcast right now, out of Clearwater, Florida.
All right, Danny. I got
Thank
to
you.
wrap it up here. We're heading towards the end. They always want to get a few more words in.
I know.
Ronnie, I can't thank you enough. Seriously, I really didn't feel like working tonight. So
Well,
anytime,
let me tell you something. Nobody's funnier, Nick. You know
dude,
that I mean
please.
that, right?
I think we should hook up. I thought I wanted to lift this load myself for 2 hours. But
Okay. Let's go out and do some coke tonight. Everybody in? Can I count you guys in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's it. Thanks to the great Ron Bennington and all the callers tonight. Come out to see me Friday night at the Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut, and October 6th and 7th, Levity Live, West Nyack. That is it. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Wash those filthy asses. Bye-bye.